5 and 6. There are many illustrations of trust. And one that captured our hearts and our imaginations was the sailboat, the vessel on the water. Because with that comes the idea of storms, that, no matter what. And let me read you what will be is the opening letter in our calendar that we're about to give you. Trusting God no matter what. This year our church focus is trusting God no matter what. Well, our world has always experienced change. The rate of change is accelerating every day. The rapid change in our society can cause even the most dedicated Christian to become overcome by feelings of helplessness, despair, depression, uncertainty, insecurity, anxiety, and burnout. Changes in our world, nation, and culture can produce changes in our personal lives in the form of job promotions, or job losses, financial gains or losses, growing families or fractured families, fractured homes, forgotten values, shifting values, as well as increased demands on our time. All of this can be overwhelming. And while we're helpless to stop the changes that are thrust upon us every day as we sail on life's sea, we need to be reminded that no matter what transpires or fails to transpire in our lives, we can count on God to be our anchor and our refuge. God does not change. God is steady and reliable. His promises endure forever. This year, our focus verse is Proverbs 3, 5 through 6, which admonishes us to trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. And while we're helpless to control our changing world, we must keep our hearts focused on our great God. Indeed, we can face our rapidly changing, uncertain world with a truly positive and confident look if we hold tightly to the God who does not change, whose eternal truths are utterly certain. God will give us the strength we need to make it through, no matter what, if we look to him and his word to guide us. And so this year, our challenge and our focus is to trust in the changeless one. And so what we do every year, we'll ask a couple of you guys, the Terry, the Travis, we work hard on by getting a church calendar. You cannot imagine the hours, the time that is put into this. It's easier not to do it than to do it. It's easier not to have a focus than have a focus, but he that aims at nothing. So, we ought to always be striving. And each focus takes us on a journey. I just want you to know that this started in our hearts back in July. And it led all the way up to Friday morning. Friday morning. I have a deadline every Friday morning. You know what one of those deadlines is for me? To communicate with my office what my message is going to be. Because I don't get it from headquarters. And I don't write out my messages for a year at a time. So Friday morning, I text Sister Gail, Cheryl, and I said, Christ in you, the hope of glory. Colossians 1. And it was later on Friday that my good friend Johnny passed away. And it was our focus that launched me on that title and that text. before I even knew about Johnny. I tell you, God knows how to orchestrate what we all need. And so every year, we never know where this focus is going to take us. Every year. We never know how it's going to hit our lives. Some focuses we do every month, some bi-monthly, some quarterly. This last year, we went quarterly. The sub-focus, you know. Well, this month, this year, every month, and I want you to look at the top of each month, starting in next month, October, which is just trusting God no matter the situation. We have 3 focus speakers. If you'll notice, the 29th, then the 30th of October, the 5th Sunday, that's our Focus Sunday, Trusting God Sunday. I've asked David Locke, brother of Jerry Locke, who was here. David Locke, who recently has had a life-changing operation and challenge, the health challenge, to come and talk to us about trusting God no matter what. We have verses, notice Jeremiah 17:1. So for that month, that's the sub-focus. Then in November, trusting God no matter your resources. 1 Timothy 6:17. The next month, December, trusting God no matter if you understand. Do you think Mary really understood having the Christ child? Do you think Joseph really understood where all this was going? Did he trust God? Absolutely. They both trusted God. Proverbs, okay? January, trusting God no matter the time frame. Psalm 62:8. Trusting God no matter how you feel. You ever have a day where you don't feel saved? What kind of a question is that? Is salvation wrapped up in our emotions? No. No matter how you feel, God promises are God's promises. Come on. It's a matter of Proverbs 28:26. March, trusting God no matter how hard you pray. Yeah? Psalm 143:8. Trusting God no matter if it looks impossible. 2 Corinthians 1:10. Next May, trusting God no matter your personal preferences. You know, God just might have something that's different in mind. How many have prayed for something and you think, okay, it's going to be A, B, or C, right? And then how does God answer? None of the above. Well, I thought I needed this, but you know what? That's not what I needed. I was trusting God for this. God came through, but it wasn't exactly what I thought it would be. Isaiah 26:3-4. June, trusting God no matter your age. I don't care. I tell you what, for little ones, for the little guys, to seniors, there's a new set of challenges to trust God for. Amen. And so whether you're little or you're in your senior years, the need is still the same. And God's there for us. Amen? Amen. Psalm 71:5. July, trusting God no matter what you've done. Ephesians 1:13. And we put that one right during our missions conference. Because that's the gospel. You know what I mean? And that's even after the gospel, right? Because the gospel stays with you. No matter what you've done. Ephesians 1:13. And then August, trusting God no matter what other people do. Psalm 118:8. And then we'll be here, Lord willing, a year from now. If not, in heaven, fine. Trusting God no matter if you suffer loss. Psalm 1:7. So, all of those, can you see how practical this is? Do you think it's needed? Yes. Let me tell you something. I've had people come to me all the time, even today, about the election, about our choices, about our nation. Have you ever felt any more uncertain about America than you feel now? But, you know, is our trust in America ultimately?
No.
Where is our trust? I mean, it's ultimately the answer for everything. And we need to be reminded, right? Did we need to be daily reminded about the glory of God? We daily need to be reminded about where our trust is. A couple of things I want you to know. My wife just chock's this full of things to help you. I don't know. Make sure if this calendar makes our focus work, let this calendar be your companion. Because you look ahead, and you know, we have our website, we have our Facebook page. We're trying to keep you up in all of these areas. But this will help you with inspirational things. It will help you to know what's coming off. There's daily verses. We have a web ministry where we have the daily verse. And all of these are going to be on trusting God that will help you each day. So let this calendar be your... If you lose one, get another. Ask for it. If you have someone who looks at it on your desk, you know, or in your home, what's that? Well, let me tell you, this is what our church is doing. And would you like one? I mean, you can do that. We're going to have here some promotional things. But everything that the church does is for the gospel. And the focus is for the gospel. Ultimately, it's for the gospel. So we pray that this will happen. Now, this second page in about the penny. We're going to have the penny's going to come pretty prominent. Okay, the sunflower has been replaced with the penny. But you'll need to read that, and we hope the penny will be a unspoken reminder. There's 4 words on every penny. And what? Do you find pennies? How many walk? I mean, do you see them under you? Has anything become less important than the penny when it comes to currency? You don't even ask that one, you know? Those 4 words. In God we trust. Every time you see a penny, y'all look at it. Okay, Valerie saw the sunflower. We all saw the sunflowers. Every time you see the penny, you think about where your ultimate confidence is. And let it be a testimony. And maybe an opportunity to witness. You can go from the penny. Now listen. You can go from the penny with someone, your friend, to the focus, to God, to the ultimate trust issue is through His Son. And you can go from the penny to a gospel witness. Are y'all with me? I'm talking about making it work. It's got to have your life and your focus first. But if the language of trust, the language of God is trust, and this will help you on the next, across the page. To the back, we have some promotional, it's called Trusting God Activities. These are kind of projects or things we're doing during the year. You'll see these in the calendar. One is the Shoes for Children. And when we came back from our trip to the children's home, they're always needing doorknobs. Kids are hard on doorknobs. There's a lot of doorknobs in the children's home. It's just almost falling apart. Shoes are constantly. You know how your kids quickly. We've got little ones there. One of the ways we can be a real blessing to our children's home is to get shoes for the kids, our kids. So that's a part of our focus through December, and you'll be seeing that coming. Now this next one's called I Am In. And for the first first Wednesday night of the first 6 months, the first Wednesday night of every month is going to be I Am In Wednesday. And the substance, the opening substance for each of those nights will be one of 6 video lessons focusing on, well, have we got that ready, Wayne? Brother Wayne? Let me just show you our I am in focus. We can get that right.
When ISIS militants moved into northern Iraq, they marked Christian homes and businesses with the Arabic letter Nun, or N. This single letter conveyed the powerful accusation that the occupants were Nazarenes, people who followed Jesus of Nazareth, rather than Islam.
When ISIS came, they were telling the Christians, either you pay the tax, convert to Islam, be killed, or leave.
Any person who takes a stand for Jesus in occupied Iraq, any person who chooses to be N, pays a high cost.
I heard the doorbell and opened it. It was my husband's friends telling me that he was kidnapped. The kidnappers called me 2 days later and told me they wanted $50,000 as ransom.
Pastors who share the message of Jesus in their communities are tortured, even beheaded.
One time they told me, as a Christian, you are looking at people, everything else, and we are going to cut your head and put it in and replace it with a dog.
But that's not the whole story. David C. Cook and the Voice of the Martyrs present the powerful new book, I Am N, new and captivating stories of 50 persecuted Christians who have faced Islamic extremist groups like ISIS head on. The other side of these stories of terror are the incredible stories of the strength, the courage, and the faithfulness of the Christians who faced the persecution themselves.
It's a golden time to church, because in that time we are showing really the right face of Jesus.
And out of those 4,000 people, I saw it, 3,000 of them stood up and prayed salvation prayer, like they gave their life to Jesus.
We have lost everything, but we gained Christ. And that gave us a joy.
Read the stories. When you do, you'll be challenged and changed by true stories of tremendous sacrifice, great courage, unexplainable joy, enduring perseverance, Christ-like forgiveness, and unshakable faithfulness. The Voice of the Martyrs has been serving persecuted Christians since 1967, and today is active in 68 countries around the world. Their motto, I will not let them suffer in silence. I will not let them serve alone. All proceeds received by the Voice of the Martyrs from the sale of IMN products will go directly to support Christians facing Islamic extremists.
Let me ask you, is there a more profound trust issue of really trusting God than in that context? There is a book called I Am In, and we have some copies of it. We'll get them to you if you want to purchase one. They're everywhere. They're in Christian bookstores. I think probably at Walmart. I've seen them around. Every Wednesday, listen to me. Every first Wednesday night, October, November, December, January, February, and March. The first Wednesday night, there's a 15-minute story of one of these stories exemplifying qualities such as strength or courage. You will come here on that first Wednesday night of each month and know that you'll see that. And it's really like a chapter out of that book, but it's very real and it's profound. Josh and I and Brother Travis have looked at that first one, and there's so much truth that comes out of that. We'll watch it together, that 15-minute clip. This is on Wednesday night. This is that first Wednesday night of every month. Are y'all with me? Then we'll talk about it. We're going to give you an opportunity to talk about it. And then we'll bring a mini lesson on the particular characteristic of trust, what it involves. And you know what? I pray it'll heighten the awareness, because the most we experience as Christians here is like a paper cut compared to what our brothers and sisters in other parts of the world. The reality of persecuted Christians, martyred Christians going on every day and coming to a nation near you. This is the ultimate trust with your and life of your kids. Real life stuff. Exciting? I think it'll be a wonderful journey for us as the church for this first 6 months of this year. And so we like to, and many times, we had the Truth Project. That carried us for 12 months. I was amazed. This will carry us at 6 months into our focus on trusting God no matter what. It's a big one. This October 14th and 15th, The Art of Marriage. Now, we played our video clip. We're not going to play it again. We don't need to do that, but, oh, we do. It's October 14th and 15th, okay? So, someone said March on that promotion. Now, let me tell you about this. Lloyd and Mary talked to us about this earlier this year, and we said, we'll try it. If we can't do it this last focus, we'll get it first on our next focus. It's a very, very, and it's, once again, like I am in, it's video-driven. And so, this is something you can tell, people out of the churches or whatever, because the video clip, the video lesson by Brother Floyd is going to carry the day. Brother Floyd and Sister Mary, they're going to be our host for that. It's going to be a powerful Friday night and Saturday right here at the church. And we're trying to cast a big net involving this church, other churches, people you know, marriages. It's going to be a powerful time. And so now this is right upon us. So this is part of our focus. So we wanted you to be aware of that, and we wanted to present that this morning before we got to this hour, so that the people could know about it. Okay? Let's see. I'm looking at, the trusting, we got a pro-life project. I appreciate Brother Wagner, Brother Chuck is here. Last year, we went to visited on-site to Planned Parenthood, and praying for the unborn. We're going to do that on Saturday, again, the 22nd, taking the morning. So this is coming, this is right here in October. And so we have a pro-life project there we want you to connect with. We'll have sign-up sheets for that. Those who went last year were blessed. But we've got our Trusting God Sunday. We've got 3 of those. Those are the dates, and those are in our calendar. And the first one, these are the 5th Sunday opportunities, the first one of which is October. And David Locke will be with us that Sunday. Starting January the 5th through the March the 2nd on Financial Peace Seminar. One of the things that reflection of trusting God, not just marriage, not your witness, certainly our finances. And we've been looking for an opportunity to do a series or something to help us all with our money. Once again, and Brother Josh has got experience in this and personal testimonies of this. If you put financial peace, you Google that in the Dallas Metroplex, what you would find out is that these things are going on everywhere. All kinds of churches, all kinds of organizations. These, again, are video-driven and are very powerful to challenge us about our money and get the most out of our money and to trust God in this area of finances. So beginning in January the 5th, we're going to have, that's a Thursday night study, isn't it? Isn't that a Thursday night study? We're going to have 9 consecutive evenings here at the church where we're going through this financial peace video series. And it is very powerful. We're going to be promoting it. Do we have a... Yeah, let's hit that. We got another video clip. This is the actor in the video clips.
Financial peace. We all want it. For a while, I didn't have it. 20 years ago, I hit rock bottom. I lost just about everything. I turned to God for help. And I learned how to handle money His way. As you can imagine, it worked. That's why I started Financial Peace University. Because God's ways work. Whether you're in over your head or you're doing okay right now. If you bring home $10,000 or $10 million, if you're 21 or 61, we all need a plan. Millions of people have been through Financial Peace University. They have success stories of their own. They've learned how to get rid of debt, prepare for generations to come, and give like crazy. Your success story, your financial peace is up to you. Now is your time. It's time to take control of your money. It's time to get ready for what God has for you. It's time for financial peace.
If you've had a burden to introduce your church to some of your friends, these are opportunities to do that. Our ladies have a Thursday Bible study. Beth Morse is what they're going through right now. But you would not, if you're here on Thursday morning, Thursday night, you'd be surprised how that draws people to this church who have needs and who want that off-night Bible study. It's just one of the ways we have to get truth to people and to connect. The marriage seminar is another way to do that. Financial planning is another, whether you're a single parent or whatever, there's principles here in this consecutive work. Now, there's workbooks that go with this. There's some, but I want you to know that we don't want money to stand in the way. And we want you to be a part. And if you know someone, expose them to this. Ask them, invite them, bring them here. And regardless of what happens, they will be connected with truth, financial truth, marriage, whatever, that would help transform their lives. So we encourage you to use and take advantage. And this is, no one can do this. You must do this. I've always said here, we can only give you the opportunity. As far as what our focus will be, it's up to you. You understand that? It just depends on how, whether you buy in.
Right.
If you buy in, it will be great. If you don't, well, it won't.
Sure.
But if you buy in, and if you're really interested in the kingdom of God and His church and your own personal life, these are great opportunities. Now, listen, I don't want to hear that preacher. I know this would never happen to me, talking about me. But they might come to a musical, to a Christmas concert here. Are you with me?
Yeah.
They might come to a play. We've had plays. They might come to a marriage seminar focus. They might come to a financial seminar focus. They might. And they know that I'm not going to be up there. There's going to be a video. Well, okay. The Baptist church, you know. Okay. Well, it's a video. Thank God. I'm not thinking that. I'm talking to you. Think of the possibilities you could pull in. And then, you know, some people might think that their need is a financial. It might end up being Christ.
That's right.
Some might come here thinking what needs to change is their spouse. And it might be themselves. It takes effort and time, but everything worthwhile, I can hear you.
Costs.
Costs. So not just money, but investment. So here is another opportunity that's yet ahead of us. Trusting God Youth Mission Trip is really going to be great. And we're going to be with one of our missionaries there in New York City. And the young people are already geared up with this. We're going to help them. We're going to take the journey with them in the sense of making sure that they've got enough, and they're going to be working hard to have a good group to fly to the Piercies, who are supported by this church, who are doing a great work there. And we're trusting God for our young people to go there, and my goodness, what great ministries that are there. That's July the 3rd through the 7th. That's looking for the summer. It's busy, and that will be part. We're doing our March Madness as well, and then also the Amazing Grace Children's Home Trip. We're moving that up just a little bit from which we had it last year. And so, of course, Larry and Carol are over that. And so that if you've never taken that trip, others from other churches no doubt will be taking that. So those are our projects for our church focus, okay? All right. Any questions? All right. We have special music, I think, at this time. No? So today, we have something.
Well, as the orchestra comes up, we turned it off here. As the orchestra makes their way up, I want to share with you a new chorus that we had found in this process, and it's simply called Trust God. And so this morning we're going to teach that to you, or this afternoon, and we hope you'll join in with us as we sing this. We're going to bring this back about once a month so that we have an opportunity to be refreshed on the idea that we need to trust God. So as we introduce each month's new focus at the beginning of the month, we're going to bring this song back. So I'm going to invite you to stand as we take this song together, and we're going to teach it to you so you'll catch it as we repeat it this morning. Here's how it goes. Trust God from the bottom of your heart. Don't try to figure out everything on your own. Trust God for where your life is going. God is in control. God is in control. Sing that again with me. Trust God. Trust God from the bottom of your heart. Don't try to figure out everything on your own. Trust God for where your life is going. God is in control. God is in control. Here's the verse. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and let Him lead. Pray, Lord, I'm available to you. Here I am, Lord, use me. Trust God from the bottom of your heart. Don't try to figure out everything on your own. Trust God for where your life is going. God is in control. God is in control. Commit to